2012 was a year to forget for Indian economy and for corporate India at large, but 2013 has started on a very positive note with the government's reform push starting to yield positive results. The growth cycle seems to be finally getting back on track. So the big question, will 2013 be the year of hope and growth for the Indian economy? We've got a very special guest joining us on the show this evening. Will this be the year of hope? Godrej, President CII, Chairman Godrej Group, joins us to discuss just that. Mr. Godrej, thanks for joining us on Business Tonight. What's your sense? Will 2013 signal a turnaround in the economy?
Yes, I think 2013 will be a better year for India and in the Indian economy than 2012. I think the global economy is doing well. I think the US will know this evening whether they have successfully managed the fiscal cliff. China's economy is improving. I think the European economy will do better in the second half of 2013. So generally I feel the international situation will be more conducive for the Indian economy. Secondly, the reform process that has started a few months ago, I think will add very considerably to 2013 being a better year. But the most important reform we need to concentrate on in 2013 is the goods and services tax. That can be a game changer. And if we are able to get the goods and services tax early in 2013, then 2013 could be an excellent year for the Indian economy.
Is industry pinning its hopes on a rate cut, Mr. Godrej? By how much do you see rates being reduced through the course of calendar year 2013?
I expect rates should be reduced by about 2 percentage points during, at least 2 percentage points during the calendar year 2013. I think inflationary expectations are low. I think rate decrease will in fact help contain inflation, because the rate decrease will lead to higher GDP growth, higher investments, which will mean that the rupee could appreciate, which brings inflation down. So I think all in all it would be good for the Indian economy and for inflation containment if the rates are reduced.
Mr. Godrej, despite the reform push, India Inc. is holding back on fresh investments. What will it really take for captains of the industry like yourselves to kickstart fresh investment?
Well, I think one of the reasons why capital investment has been low is that permissions have not been coming. So the formation of the Cabinet Committee on Investment under the Prime Minister's leadership is a very good development for large projects. And I do hope that this will take forward investment strongly. Environmental clearances unfortunately have been slow. I think that needs to be reformed.
I know you're one of the people who does believe that this Cabinet Committee on Investment will be quite a game changer. Don't you though think that the powers of this infra panel have been watered down significantly from what it was originally envisaged to be?
Well, I think this can still be very effective, because this will be presided over by the Prime Minister, and after all ministries and all ministers have to report to the Prime Minister. So it's a question of how well it is executed.
Mr. Godrej, do you expect corporate earnings to improve through the course of calendar year 2013? Commodity prices are likely to soften as well. Some signs of a turnaround you spoke about as well. What's your sense? How will corporate earnings be in 2013?
Yes, I think corporate earnings in 2013 should be better than in 2012, and I think that will be positive for the stock market. I expect the stock market to do better in 2013 than it has in 2012, in the sense that 2012 also towards the end it performed very well, and in 2013 I think we should hit new highs in the stock market.
At new highs for stock markets, but I think the one pinching issue for you is the margin pressure, and that has always remained for corporates for a while now. How are you tackling that margin pressure in 2013?
I think that's a question of competitive situation. I think with commodity prices coming down, margins will improve in many cases. Competitive pressures may take something out of the margins. It's also a question of what growth orientation each company will take. But generally I feel margins in 2013 for corporate India will be better than in 2012.
Mr. Godrej, always appreciate you joining us with your perspective on the road ahead for Indian economy. What will it mean for business and also for the larger picture right here in Business Tonight. Time for a breather here on the show, but up ahead, changes are being sworn in on Mint Street following the end of Subir Gokran's term as Deputy Governor at the RBI. The Reserve